If you're an older adult and you're looking to improve the strength in your lower extremities, you've found the right video. We're going to go through a handful of exercises today that are going to help you maintain your ability to get in and out of a chair and maintain your ability to live a full and independent life. Before we get into the exercises though, I want to dispel a few myths. Number one, I have a lot of patients tell me, I'm too old. I can't get any stronger. I'm just too old. Well, this is not true. Research has proven that strength training can significantly reduce the decline of muscle mass in older adults. The National Institute of Aging has found that by exercising, you can even potentially reverse some of the decline and increase your muscle mass. BMJ Exercise Medicine, a journal for exercise and fitness, has also found that resistive training not only helps build muscle mass, but can improve bone density. So not only can it help your muscles, it can increase your bone density, reducing your risk for broken bones. Another question that I frequently get asked is, I walk. Isn't that enough? Walking maintains my strength, doesn't it? Well, unfortunately, walking is not enough. If you think about walking and the ranges of motion that your legs go through, you're really only going through a partial range of motion for those movements. So it's not going through a full range to strengthen those muscles. And also found in the BMJ Journal for Exercise Medicine, it was found that resistance training requires heavy load. And heavy load is described as difficult load. So it doesn't necessarily mean you got to go pick up 100 pounds, but you have to kind of push yourself. It has to have some level of difficulty for it to really make improvements to your strength. So no, walking is not enough. You have to incorporate strengthening exercises that include resistance. That being said, before starting an exercise program, always consult with a trusted health professional. All right, we're going to start with the easiest exercise and progressively work our way to the hardest exercise. So the first exercise, you can use a ball or a towel or a pillow. It really doesn't matter. You can use any of those items. And what you're going to do, you're going to use a wall for this. So try and find an open wall space. It doesn't have to be a big space, just something you can lean against. You're going to place that ball, towel, or pillow behind your knee. Your heel is going to be near the wall. It doesn't necessarily have to be touching the wall, but near the wall. And your butt is kind of leaning against the wall as well. If you need to hold a chair or something for stability, do so, please. What you're going to do is you're going to smash the ball with the back of your knee and tighten up your butt cheek. In order to tighten up your butt cheek, it's like you're clenching your butt, but also it's as if you are pushing your whole leg back, like you're extending your leg, but you're pushing into the wall so it's not going anywhere. So again, smash the ball and push that leg back, tighten up that butt cheek. I want you to do 8 to 12 reps. If that's easy, you can work your way up to 15 or even 20. You can break it up into a couple of sets if you need it. After you do several of these though, you will feel some fatigue in that quad and in that butt cheek. With that, because we're not going through a major range of motion and we're not using a lot of resistance here, this exercise is more for neurophysiological gains, which means it's not necessarily to make the muscle a lot bigger, but to improve the connection the brain is sending to the muscle, therefore recruiting the muscle fibers with better efficiency. So again, smash that ball with the back of the knee and push backwards, tightening up that butt cheek. This exercise will help build up that quadricep and that glute, which is so important for having enough power to get up and out of a chair. All right, the first exercise we worked with glutes, a little bit of the hamstrings and the quads. Now we're going to work into that lower leg, the gastrocnemius, or better known as the calf. The calves are important because they help us propel forward as we walk. So in order to do this exercise, what we want to do is we want to go up fairly quickly, not explosion up, but up fairly quickly, and then slowly return down. I want you to take 2 to 3 seconds on the way down, quickly back up, slowly return down. The reason we want you to go slowly return down is because that elicits continued muscular contraction. If you go quick up and quick down, the down, gravity is what's bringing you down, not the muscle. But by controlling that motion, it creates what's called an eccentric muscular contraction, which is one of the more muscle building contractions, versus the way up, which is concentric, also helps, but not as aggressively as that slow return down. I want you to work your way up to about 15 or 20 of these, pushing through the ball of that foot, up onto the toes, slowly back down. If that's not causing much fatigue or muscle burn, I want you to work your way into single leg performance. So you'll bring one leg up. You can always hold on for stability. Again, up and down slowly. Up and down slowly. Up and down slowly. This one, I'm not going to give you a specific number of sets and reps because you may start feeling muscular fatigue and burning after 6 or 7 reps. You may not feel it until maybe 15 or even 20 reps. So what I want you to do is I want you to do this exercise until you start to feel some of that muscular burning, that muscular fatigue. That way you're really working those muscular fibers. So that being said, let's jump into our last and final exercise and our most difficult one of all. The last exercise, it's important that we work on the positioning. You're going to start in a chair, and it's important that you come to the edge of the chair and you pull your feet back some. You don't want them too far back, you don't want them too far forward. So I wanted to show this angle here. You're going to be right here with the knees slightly bent, seated on the edge of your chair. Now that you're seated at the edge of your chair with your knees slightly bent, you're going to lean forward. You want to bring your nose in line with your knees and your toes. You're going to see you're almost in a line here. The reason we're making this line here is because this is putting our base of support right here under our legs. Because the next exercise we're going to do is a squat using a chair. You can cross your arms if you're familiar with this, or if you need to, use your arms at first to come up and down. You'll notice the way I come down is the same way I come up. I lean forward, I come up, pushing through my feet, pushing through my legs, tightening up my butt as I come up, and then when I come down, I bend my knees, I bring my knees a little bit forward, and I lean forward all the way down. This one, just like the heel raise, or the one we did just before, you can come up fairly quickly, but I want you to come down very slowly. I like to describe it like a butterfly landing on a flower. You come down, you don't even disturb the chair. You just come right down very softly. If you can, cross your arms in front of you and right there. Different angle. You can come up fairly quickly, really slow on the way down. I want you to try to keep your knees in line with your feet so you're not coming in or out, but keeping your knees in line with your feet the best that you can. Nice and slow on the way down. It's going to be a challenge. Remember, it takes time and consistency in order to make changes. So don't do too much on the first day. Slowly work your way into it, but be consistent over the next 6 to 8 weeks, and I can promise you, you will see changes in your strength. You'll feel younger, you'll move better, and you'll feel the strength and power in your legs. But again, consistency is key. But now that you've strengthened your legs, if you want to improve your balance, check out this video.